No further explanation needed. How's it going, folks? My name's Andy, and these are, in my opinion, the 10 ugliest NBA jerseys in history. Now, you might agree, you might disagree, but I feel like most people would agree that these jerseys I'm about to show you are pretty damn bad. Here's my top 10, or should I say bottom 10. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna talk about some more jerseys that are pretty controversial but did not make my list. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin. Number 10. The Bulls 2013 Christmas jerseys. Generally speaking, those 2013 jerseys on Christmas, with those sleeves, it all looked ridiculous, every single one of them. But I singled out the Bulls jersey because they looked really weird to me. Like, it's freaking hilarious how there's only the face of a bull, that's all there is. It looks like a jersey you'd wear in practice or scrimmages. I'm not a fan of any kind of sleeves, to be honest, especially not for a professional jersey. It looked really off because usually Bulls jerseys look super simplistic with a classic look. Whether it's Bulls or Chicago, that's all. So this design threw me off. Number 9. The Kings Golden Jerseys, 2005 to 2007. The color scheme of these jerseys look quite nice. When you think of the term Kings, you think of royalty. When you think of royalty, you think of gold. So, in theory, gold and their signature purple should go well together. Personally, I like the colors. They remind me of the Wizards jerseys back in the Gilbert Arenas era. I love those. They look fantastic. But this, why is there this thing on the side? This thick gray stripe that's only on the right side of the jersey. It looks like they're carrying a duffel bag or something, or a backpack on one shoulder. It's really off-putting, and if it wasn't for that, maybe it would have gotten a better reception. These jerseys were only worn for 2 years in the mid-2000s, and then they were never worn again. Number 8. The Celtics Gray jerseys, 2014 to 15. Gray is a color that can only be pulled off by a few teams, the Spurs, and maybe the Nets too. But this is an abomination. Gray and green aren't that bad together, but the issue here is the white text looks really bad. They should at least change the text to green so it could be completely green and gray. Not only that, but you add on the sleeves and these stripes on the shoulders. Like, why is this even here, and why doesn't it go all the way through your armpit? It just stops halfway through. I feel like the style and design of the classic Celtics jersey by itself is so nostalgic that nobody should ever try to change it, especially into this mess. Thankfully, the criticism was loud and clear and they discontinued it after just one season. Number 7. The Mavs City jersey. In recent years, teams have been unveiling some custom-designed city jerseys from Nike. We've got some great ones like the Miami Vice jersey. The Wizards jersey looks sick. The Bucks one looks cool. The Knicks and Jazz jerseys are alright, I guess. Then you have the Mavs, which are straight outta Looney Tunes. The text, the font style looks so cartoony, like somebody just went into Microsoft Paint and chose a cartoonish font and typed the word Mavs. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Their designs have always been pretty standard and conservative, and then this comes out of left field. Number 6. The Lakers Banana Yellow jersey. This was the first iteration created by Nike shortly after their partnership with the NBA in 2018. Now, at first, everything looks similar. Design-wise, it doesn't look any different than the old classic Laker jerseys of the past. Well, besides the color. The Lakers don't use yellow, they use gold. There's a difference. And comparing these two shades, the difference is very clear. The gold is iconic, and it's been that way ever since the Lakers arrived in Los Angeles. There's no comparison as to which is better. Fortunately, they only wore this model for 2 seasons. Starting with the 2019-20 season, Nike realized their mistake and changed it to gold. Thankfully, they fixed their crime against humanity. Number 5. The Hawks carbon fiber jerseys. The sad part about these jerseys is that a lot of people love them. I don't see it. It looks like carbon fiber. It's a design that's never been seen before in the NBA, as far as I know, but I don't like it. There's no bird, there's no uniqueness to the actual text, it just looks boring, especially for a team that had some sick designs in the past. You remember those old Dominique-era jerseys, or even the Dikembe Mutombo jerseys? It also doesn't help that the team is sponsored by ShareCare, so you see their heart logo on the front, which looks so out of place. At least other sponsors try to blend in with the team colors, but this, I don't know, the entire combination just doesn't mesh. Number 4. The LA Clippers 2015 to 2017 jerseys. I remember when the Clippers redesigned their team, including their logo and uniforms. It looked so bad, it got so much flack. This logo looked ridiculous, and it got slapped onto their jerseys too. Pretty much every design that had this logo on it, I thought it was terrible. To be fair, we are talking about the Clippers here. Historically, none of their logos were too appealing. This one was alright, but before that, they all looked kinda whack. What the hell is this? ShopRite? Thankfully, this new logo was so bad, instead they opted for a more basic design, which looks simple, but it's better than that monstrosity. Number 3. The Washington Wizards Baltimore Pride jerseys. Really? This was apparently their alternates for the 2015-16 season, but they only wore it for 6 games. According to an article, these jerseys were meant to pay homage to the 1969-73 Baltimore Bullets. So I checked out their jerseys too, and even back then, those Baltimore jerseys look better. At least the players looked like they were wearing the stripes, like they were wearing an extra striped cloth over their jersey. But with this redesign, the logo shouldn't have been there in the middle, cause it throws off the continuity of the stripes. And because NBA shorts are now longer and baggier, it just doesn't look right. From the back, it looks like a big fat L. Most throwback jerseys are done pretty well, but this one is definitely the worst redesign I've seen. Number 2. The Mavs Garbage Bag Jersey. When it comes to jerseys, the Mavs historically have been pretty standard and simplistic. In every era, their jerseys weren't anything special or extravagant. They were basic, classic models that are suited for the NBA today. However, just like with their city jerseys, sometimes they randomly go off the rails. These garbage bags were only used for one game in the 2003-04 season. Ironically, the season where they created a super team that was supposed to make a deep run to the championship. But they got knocked out in the first round, so I guess wearing these garbage bags were quite fitting for how the season went. Seriously, what was Mark Cuban thinking? And at number 1, the green Bulls jersey. There's nothing wrong with the color green. There's nothing wrong with the text or font style of the Bulls jersey. But a green Bulls jersey? It just looks so wrong. Does this look like a Bulls jersey to you? If it's not some combination of red, white, and black, it's no Bulls jersey. The context behind this is that they usually whip it out during St. Patrick's Day, but I don't know if they have recently. Just a straight up copy of a Celtics jersey with an awkwardly placed Bulls logo on the shorts. Seems like it's only there to remind fans that they are in fact the Bulls and not the Celtics. Those were, in my opinion, the 10 ugliest NBA jerseys ever. Now, let's take a look at some more controversial ones that a lot of people hate, but I actually like. First, it's gotta be the notorious Rainbow Nuggets jersey. Many fans think this looks ridiculous, and they even wore those retro designs recently. However, this was the 1980s, the most hipster era in US history, and these colorful jerseys were a great fit for that era, especially 1980s Denver. Another controversial jersey is the first Raptors jersey, the one they wore in their franchise's first couple years. While it gets criticized for having a cartoony T-Rex, I like it. It's not the best, but there's something nostalgic about them. You immediately think of Vince Carter when you see it. Of course, we gotta talk about these camo jerseys. Military-inspired design mostly worn by the San Antonio Spurs, occasionally by the Raptors too. I've got mixed opinions on it, but for the most part, it's alright. It goes well with the Spurs colors, silver, white, and black. For the Raptors, it kinda goes well with the whole Jurassic Park theme. I'm kinda curious in seeing more teams adopt this kinda style. It might not be popular with everyone, but it's a cool alternate. Anyway, that's all folks. Let me know your thoughts on my list, and do you agree or disagree with most of my choices? Let me know what you think is your least favorite jersey design. Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and as always, I'll see you next time. Peace.